Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Marie, and I'm Lafayette. Welcome to the show. It's Friday. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Nerds Talking is back for your weekly enjoyment. And I like how one of them goes, like, why am I here?
I wanted to go to sleep.
You can go to sleep. No one's going to stop you.
Okay, you guys gonna watch me while I sleep and record me?
Yeah, sure. Just put on mute. You'll be fine.
I
So
farted
welcome
myself.
to the show.
You fart in your sleep?
You know, Marie asked us to watch a movie, which I watched. About
Yay!
about
It is relevant. It is very relevant to my life right now.
Anyway, the Homeless World Cup has an actual movie.
Is that
the
what
homeless-
Beautiful Game is?
Yeah. You didn't watch it? The Homeless World
Yeah.
Cup movie? That's good. You didn't waste
He
your time.
kind of watched it. He kind of watched it.
I did at first when it first came out, but I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't.
Okay, good. Because
Oh my god, it's cute.
basically it's 5-on-5 soccer.
it's 4-on-4.
Well, no, it's 5-on-5.
No,
'cause
it's
of goalie.
4-on-4. No, it's 3
You don't
on the
count the
field,
goalie.
1. No,
Oh,
it's
that's
3 on
right.
the
It
field
is.
and
It
1
is
in the
4-on-4. It is.
Oh,
yeah,
is
it's
it?
really,
3 on the
it is.
field,
Yeah,
1 on the
It's
goal.
3 on the
Okay,
field,
okay,
1 on
okay.
the goal. Yeah. It's it's not worth watching.
Oh
I'm
my
not talking about
God.
not so much
Why?
the movie, but I mean just I don't know if I would want to watch 3
No,
on 3
no, it's
soccer
terrible.
or whatever.
It's well, because the people that are playing some of them have never played soccer before.
Well,
Like
yes,
it's not,
they're
they're not
homeless.
good. Not
Yeah.
all of them. Well, I mean, yes, they are homeless, but some of them have played soccer and some of them have never played soccer.
It's
It's not about winning, it's about giving opportunity.
Listen, the movie
So how
is
do you
about
qualify? How do you
being
qualify?
homeless.
You have to be homeless to qualify.
So guess
That's
what?
pretty
They
much
asked
it.
me
That's
to
pretty
play.
much it.
They asked me to play
They
this
thought you were homeless. That's how
I am
bad.
homeless.
you live in
I
a
am-
home. You're in a
You
home right now.
technically
No,
live in a home.
I'm legally homeless because
Because you
I
have-
don't have income.
Yeah, it's
And
because your income. Yes.
it's because I'm an income and I also get benefits. And when I like go onto the benefits
So
page
then
and
why
say-
didn't you play or join them?
No, I am going to. It's in August and they asked me to play.
My kids are homeless.
Okay, where
That
is
doesn't
it
count.
taking place this year?
Why not?
Norway.
Oh, so you're going to Norway.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Isn't that
Yeah,
exciting? That's my
That's
that
the
I
au-
was telling Carlos I don't want to jinx it because look, she told me this is like the kind of the thing, right? So a couple of really weird, crazy, good, positive things happened to me all on the same day, but I don't want to say the first one. I'll say it like later off the show. No. I don't want to. No, I don't. I have a job.
So you're not homeless. You're lying.
That
Your
doesn't
application.
that doesn't
No
even make it.
longer
Oh,
homeless.
That doesn't even
I'm gonna
make
send
sense.
this. I'm gonna send this to the. Fuck, it's not even
Homeless
FIFA.
World
What
Cup
is it?
No, but-
Association. What?
Oh my god.
What
Is
do you
it
do? How do you do that?
homeless?
You just throw it in the street and hope somebody picks it up? Like, no,
No.
the notice. Like, hey, just give it to a random homeless
you can do that
dude.
to the
Like,
baby
oh yeah, I
too,
know where to
but-
put this, and he'll just pass it on to the next homeless,
I
and then
just-
the next homeless.
That's what I mean. Who do you go to? Like this FIFA and what's homeless? The Homeless International Federation.
It's
So
under the
they- what-
freeway bridge.
It's called Homeless World
somewhere.
Cup. That's what it's called.
What's the federation or whatever that puts it together? Like who puts it
It's
together?
called Homeless World Cup.
I understand, but it has to be somebody
Do
that
they
puts
have
it
a home
together.
base?
Yeah, what's
There's
the home?
3. I think it's called Homeless World Cup. That's
It's
what it's
just,
called.
first of all, it's
Okay,
lame
but
as
you
shit,
said you're
okay?
gonna go
Let's
work
just-
there. So where do you?
Oh, that's
report
called
to
Streets.
then?
That's called where I'm going to work. It's a nonprofit. It's called Street Soccer USA, and it's its own organization. It's here in the United States. I think it's based out of New York, and they
Well,
have
who-
like Street
Who
Soccer
hosts?
USA.
Who
Oh, it's
hosts?
Homeless World Cup. That's what
Time
it's
out,
called.
time out. No, time
Okay,
out.
but who hosts it? Who puts it on?
Homeless World Cup.
You're just telling me a bunch of homeless people have
Google
gotten
it.
together. I'm like, hey,
Google
yo,
it.
I
Basically,
have
that's
this gold shoe
that's
I
the name of the
found.
organization. Is what
Yes.
you're saying.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
I literally took the orientation at 3:00. That's what it's called.
Oh,
And Street Soccer USA is the place that I'm working for, and that's the There's several organizations that have this style of soccer and have the like they do basically community work for certain kinds of like like homeless populations that have this, like, again, these rules, this style of soccer. And then once a year they have the homeless World Cup, and they can travel like a few years ago they did in Sacramento. This year they're doing it in Norway. They've done it in Scotland. Last year they did it in Seoul. I was like, oh man, okay, but whatever, I'm getting a free trip to Norway
where?
anyway to play soccer. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So you made the team. That's what I
well,
gather.
they had another person in mind and she bailed last minute. And
got
so
a
the director
No.
yeah.
It's-
And so the
what's
director
cool-
called me and she's like, we need someone to take the spot. And I told her, I was like, I don't feel like I qualify, only because, like, even though technically I am homeless, I'm living with my parents. And so I feel like there's other people that are way more disproportionate than I am. She's like, someone needs to take the spot today. And if no one does, it's going to waste. So I was like, okay, yeah, sign me up. I got time.
So now, when's your first practice? Do you guys?
We don't
even
have
practice?
practices.
You don't. I didn't think so.
Because there's
So-
only one spot. I guess there's the way it sounded. I don't need the practice. Look,
Okay.
I looked it up online.
Uh.
So it's been a thing. Like the men's
You can
team
practice anywhere. I mean, they're
since
homeless.
2009. Since 2009, they've had homeless World Cup, and I think I don't remember what the stats are, but basically the U.S. has never even come to like fourth place.
you
Oh
guys-
no!
But if you
Not the men's,
practice,
not the women's, not the men's,
But
not
but
the
if you
women's.
practice, would it be like on a median?
Practice with
like,
who?
in the middle of traffic? You know, at a stoplight? Would you
Oh,
guys practice?
stop it.
Now, when you guys go to Norway, you're gonna save money on housing because you're just gonna sleep in the streets there too, right? Everybody's homeless.
Yeah,
You're
you guys
gonna
are all
be
like
homeless
you guys
in
are
Norway.
like veterans. Veterans.
Well,
get,
when they
like,
came here,
homeless
they went to
veterans.
Sac State. They
slept
stayed in the
on Sac
dorm.
State.
They
grass,
just
right?
camped. No, they camped by the railroad tracks.
I've never been camping before in my life. And I wouldn't, you know what? I wouldn't do it in Norway. I guess the highest temperature it gets in Norway in the summertime in August is like 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, oh, hell no. Hell no.
So, what is the trophy? I'm guessing it's like a gold cup, like a styrofoam gold cup.
It's
and with
actually-
a little sign
It's
under
an
it
AM
that says
PM
anything
cup.
helps.
Shut up. You guys
It's
are terrible.
No, it's actually.
I'm going to get fired and
the men's-
disqualified
the men's
for
is a
being on this
trophy.
fucking show. Seriously,
The
knock
men's
it
is a trophy,
off.
but the
You're going to ruin
women's-
my fucking opportunity.
The women's trophy looks like a plate, almost like almost yeah. But the men's is a trophy, somewhat cool. It's like it's a 2-liter empty Pepsi bottle with like a plastic
Oh.
soccer ball on top.
Can you take something seriously for once in your life? Like, I'm telling you, you guys might ruin this for me.
I'm gonna tell you the last year's winners.
In Mexico.
Yeah,
I think it was either Chile or Mexico. They're always the winners.
you know what I love though? Even the homeless Mexicans are better than the real Mexican team. Oh my God, it's crazy. So the winners of the World Cup last year for the women's was Mexico. Oh, they got a real trophy last year. They didn't do the plate. The trophy actually the women's trophy looks actually pretty cool. Romania was second place. America didn't even place.
Sorry, Brittany.
Actually, America wasn't even in last year's Women's World Cup. Oh, they were. They were so bad that they were in tier 2 and they got second place. And the Mexican men also won the World Cup in tier 1. Like there's 2 tiers. There's like the good guys and the shitty players. And
So that's how they do it. They tier like tier 1 of the good players, and tier 2 is just boom.
yeah, because so it says here they're tiered by how much money they raise outside of a 7. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Anyway, FIFA actually does sponsor it though. They're not like they don't host it, but they
They're not
but
They
they're
have a lot of sponsors now. They even have Visa sponsoring it now.
FIFA is kind of like they just encourage it in a sense, right? I mean,
What is that?
because FIFA owns the name World Cup, so they're like, screw it. We'll throw our name, we'll throw our name on it somehow. But anyway, I did watch the movie. It's called A Beautiful Game. It's not the best movie.
But it's cute and it's wholesome, and you can't make shit up like that because Hollywood wouldn't allow it.
It's not really that great. Basically, a really good player that played in Premier League
Did he play in Premier League?
got kicked out of the league because he just wasn't good. He just got cut because he was cocky. He got cut for being cocky, for being a prick, more or less.
Was that it? I thought he just wasn't good enough. He played it in like the
He played he plays for Fulham or
No,
West Hampton or some shit.
No, I think he
And-
was playing in like when you grow up playing for like
No. He got invited to the big boy league, but he got
No,
cut
I
for
think
being.
he was playing as a kid for
Okay, listen.
No.
Yes, he was in the club, the kid club.
Yeah, the kid club.
For West Hampton, I think it was, or something. He made it all the way to the big boy team, but he got cut before playing an actual game because he's such a cocky prick. And the coach is like, "You just think about yourself. You're selfish. You don't pass the ball."
I thought he just wasn't good enough.
No. He's just.
That's part of not being good enough, though.
I mean, players like that aren't good enough.
fundamental-
They're cocky pricks, and they get cut.
Cristiano Ronaldo's like that kind of.
He passes the ball.
He passes the ball. I mean, he gets a lot of
He
it.
gets
Anyway,
mad
who
when
cares
he
about
doesn't
that
get it
anyway?
back, but
So anyway, he basically now works part-time at looks like a rental car place or some shit, and he lives in his car. So
no free rent.
he didn't actually want to play on the team, but the coach was like, "Come play for us. You'd be great." So when he gets the ball,
He didn't want to go to his daughter's assembly.
He's like,
what a dick.
he's like 1,000 times better than everybody else. He's basically a pro player, and he's just schooling everybody. And then the coach is like, "We need him to win," but he also was a prick too, even when he went to the so-called World Cup. And
Not the so-called World Cup. It's just the World Cup. They have a World Cup for like other things too, like lacrosse and shit.
Those
and
aren't real.
Cricket.
There's only one World Cup.
Yeah, I don't like it when they steal the name World Cup.
Like the baseball World Cup Classic
it's
or
dumb.
some shit. Or anywho, so the guy goes and plays with them, and like I said, he's kind of a dick and doesn't want to be a team player. And then like
he goes and sleeps out on. He won't even sleep in the hotel room with them.
He learns a valuable lesson after when it comes to the very, very end. Not to the fucking very end of the movie. He learns a valuable lesson.
Yeah, but you're missing
What
a
lesson is
crucial
that?
part. First of all, the team that he plays on doesn't even get to the final. They get fourth place, but he gets invited
Yes,
to play in the final.
Time out.
By
He
another
does-
team.
They don't make the final because of him.
Was it because of him?
Yes, because he doesn't show up on time. They won't let him in, and
I
then
don't
they
remember.
lose. And then because he decided to go be a little girl and be like huff and puff, like you guys are better
That's
than me.
not girl stuff. That's boy stuff. Boys do that. Girls
Anyway.
don't do that.
Last time I checked, I saw a lot of homeless chicks in that movie. Anyway,
Yeah, but they didn't act like that.
And also the movie portrayed it
Also,
as
the directors
Time
of
out,
my
time out,
organization
time
are
out.
in that movie.
Time out. They portrayed it as it's co-ed. It's not co-ed. The World Cup, the homeless World Cup is not co-ed.
Yes,
They
it can
portrayed it
be.
as when you look at the website, they clearly have men's tiers.
You can
and
have
women's
girls
tiers.
playing
and
if
women's-
if they approve it. If they approve
They
it, they
have
can play.
co-ed. They have co-ed.
Yes,
That-
if they
there's-
approve it.
The
If
movie
they
made
approve
it.
it.
The
Got
movie
it,
made it
got
seem
it.
like full women's teams were
If they
playing
approve
full men's teams.
Because if they don't have enough women's teams, they will allow it. I
That's
was
not-
going to play on one of the
that's-
men's teams.
That's not how it works. That's not real.
They can do whatever
soccer,
they
okay?
want.
That's why they're homeless. Anyway, so
You're just uncreative and boring. So shut up.
So anyway, he gets invited to play for the South Africa team, which is the best team in the tournament, but they don't get to play in the championship game.
Yes, they
don't.
do.
They get kicked out of the tournament because they didn't show up for their first game.
No, they didn't get kicked out of the tournament.
Time out. So then they have to forfeit.
You
So
are
any game-
making stuff up now.
time out. So every game they play after that, they're like, it doesn't count because you were late for the first game. And then the English team pleads with them, let them play. It's okay. So then they finally let them in the tournament. All right, you can be. They beat everybody. They whoop everyone's ass. But then there's a rule that they're allowed to take a player from another team for some. I don't know what the rule was. They let
They
him
can
play
do
on-
whatever they want because it's not about winning. It's about opportunity.
no,
What's
they
the
were-
They were
opportunity
mixing match
exactly?
when they
No, I
came
want
to
to know what the
Sacramento. They
opportunity
were
is.
when they came to Sacramento, people were getting injured left and right, and they were mixing and matching players all the time. They were mixing and matching.
Time out.
They
time
were
out.
mixing and matching players and picking up people that were
Anywho.
just there anyway because they needed people to play. It's not about winning. It's about the
And
opportunity.
first of all, they cared to win. Anyway, they do win South Africa.
you're not
and
even
the main,
there. You weren't
and the
even
main,
there.
And I wasn't. You weren't there either. It's a movie.
Yes, I was. I was
And-
there in Sacramento. I was there when they came to Sacramento.
And then
I
and
watched
then-
it firsthand.
It's so bad. And anyway, long story short,
You're
he
just
does.
a sore loser. You don't
he
know
does
what
win.
it's like to just be able to play.
He does win. When he joins the South African team, because those players can actually play. They're all ringers, the South African team in the movie. There's not one person that's homeless because everybody in South Africa is homeless. So, and they're all really good. I mean, they portray that South African team like they're just killers, like they play on the World Cup team. They just blow everybody out of the water, and I'm like, this is kind of silly. I don't know. The movie is just kind of like, it's about a guy that.
Well, they didn't even play in Rome. They played in Milan.
It's a guy that thinks that he got the short end of the stick in life because they kicked me off the team because I'm a prick.
So the
Come
whole
to
movie's
find,
about
I
him.
really don't
it is
think
about
that
him. It's about him.
I don't think Lafayette is actually explaining the movie
So
correctly.
then
I
the
think
guy,
we watched two different movies.
so his coach, the homeless coach, was actually the guy who scouted him for West Ham or whatever, West Hampton or whatever, and he was kind of he knew who he was. So he got him like a proclamation project. Like this is my like my my feel good story. I can help this guy out now. Like I make him feel like he's completed his soccer journey.
That's not what happened. He originally scouted him when he was a kid, and
Yeah, I
when
just
he
said
did
that.
when
I
he
just said
got
that.
cut. No, you
I-
didn't. You didn't say that.
I just said that. I just said that. I just said that. And then he showed him at the end. I'm the one that scouted you. He goes, "Oh, mate, thanks for bringing me here, mate. Oh, I can't believe I won the World Cup." I'm like, "It's not a real World Cup. You're still homeless." Oh no! and then,
Please, I need you to be
at
my
the end-
representative. Please
at the
tell
end-
Lafayette
and then at
that
the end of the movie, this guy had the balls to ask for a check for playing the World Cup. And he was like, "No, we don't get paid for this." He's like, "Why did I come here then? You guys are worthless." And then the movie ended. And then I'm like, "Oh, this is lame."
Okay,
Like,
are we? This is
All right,
that
Marie,
thing
what
where
movie
we're-
did you see?
We
What movie did
we're
you
doing
see?
the thing where we're trying to figure out who watched the movie and who didn't watch the movie.
Well,
Is
I
that
did
the
watch
game that
the
we're
movie.
playing?
Also,
That's the
did you
game that we're
know?
playing?
Did you know that the people in the movie, the players in the movie, were actually the players of that World Cup? They were used to shoot the movie. So all the females from the USA team and whatnot, some of them are actors, the ones that got screen time and lines, but everybody else was an actual player of the homeless World Cup.
Those are the directors of the Sacramento. Those are my bosses.
No,
And they
I'm
work
just-
for what's that
Sacramento
called again?
Street Soccer USA.
Street Soccer USA.
So anyway,
Yeah,
it's
they were the extras.
And this is on Netflix.
yeah, it's a Netflix movie. I mean, it comes off like a made-for-TV Netflix movie. I mean, it's not like it's anything glorious. I mean, if you want to watch a soccer movie,
cute.
watch
It's cute.
like
And it is-
Goal or something. Like
It feels a lot. No, it feels really good because it's not like something that you could just be made up. It feels real. Like, because again, most things you want to see the guy win. You want to see them win. They work so hard to win, but this isn't about the winning. It's about
I
like
didn't really
them
care for
being
them
more
to win, to
successful
be
in-
honest. I mean, I didn't think they were going to win.
I
was
don't
like,
think you really
"Ugh."
cared about the movie in general.
These no, because once the South Africans showed up, I was like,
English
These
kniggets.
guys are good. What'd you call them? What was that word?
That's
What was
from
the
Monty
N-word?
What'd you
Python.
I heard
It's
the
from Monty
N-word.
Python.
I heard the
The
N-word. in there.
N-word, too.
I heard the N-word in there. Anyway,
Your
The
mother
South-
smelt of elderberries.
the South African guys, when they showed up, I was like, holy shit, who's gonna beat these guys? Nobody. I was like, God damn, they're just whooping everybody's ass. And I think the best team in the movie was Japanese.
But I'm still pretty
the
sure
Japanese
Mexico
team.
won that. Mexico won. I know the Japan team was. They're like, we just want to score
And
one
that's
goal.
why that's another thing. I didn't believe any of those guys were homeless on the Japanese team, and they were all over 50 years old. I think they were just there because they were like. Anywho, let me score this movie out of 5. I'll give it a 2.5.
Yeah, me too.
It's not worth watching. Is for a sports story about every sports story is the same. They're all about redemption for somebody. It's like, there's you can spend 2 hours doing something else. It's first when I started the game, I was, a soccer movie. And then it said homeless soccer. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And then I was like, oh, we're all homeless, mate, and we got panic attacks and I have to leave the game. One of the players, that's what happened to him. He
That's not what
Oh,
happened.
okay.
he
Is it?
forgot to take his meds because he used to be a meth addict and
Heroin.
or whatever, heroin, and then he didn't take his, so he had like a panic attack, and then he like froze up and on the field, and they lost that game because he froze up. And then here's the thing, the main actor of the movie was a total dick to him. What's wrong with you, mate? Wake up, get the fuck off the field, mate. You were losing the game because of you. And he had no sympathy for him. I was like, I hate this
Is that
fucking
what
guy.
happened? That's not
Like,
what happened.
I'm like, this is the
Oh
worst
my
main
God,
character.
That's not what fucking happened.
This is the worst main character ever in a movie of
You are
all
the worst
movies.
host
Like,
ever. Like that's
I
not
swear,
what happened.
it
That's
is-
the
Marie,
point in
what happened, Marie? Tell
That's
us
the
what happened.
point in the movie where he starts to feel bad for the rest of
Nope,
his team, and he
you're
starts
wrong.
wanting to get
You
along with
are
them.
wrong about that. They go back to the room, and then the coach gives a speech about it's not his fault. He has to leave. He has a medical problem, blah, blah, blah. And then
No,
he
at
goes-
first he starts to feel bad. He starts to
Nope,
feel bad because he
nope,
starts
nope,
connecting with
nope,
them, and
he
then 5
doesn't.
minutes later,
Nope,
and then they
wrong.
start talking shit to each other.
wrong, because he tells him, his name is Kenny, the main character. He goes, Kenny, he looked up to you. He really thought, and you kind of left him hanging, and you treat him like shit. And all he said was,
No, there's a
"Well,
moment because they
well, you
change
blokes,
They change rooms.
you blokes,
They
you-
change
you-
rooms.
You
No,
blokes
that's not how
aren't
it
as good
happens.
as you
Because
blokes aren't
that
as
did
good as me.
that did happen, but
Blokes.
there's a point
Hey,
where he
blokes.
starts becoming
But you
self-aware
blokes.
first,
No,
and he
no,
starts
no.
feeling bad, and then that
He
happens.
literally does not become self-aware to the very end of the movie.
No, there is a point in time. There is a point in time. There's a point in time because the night before, they're talking about that conversation where Percy lets in a bunch of animals into his cabin, and it's all cold and shit, and they're all snuggling together.
No,
yes.
I'm telling you, it's not to the end of the movie.
Lafayette wasn't paying attention.
When he shows up to play for South Africa and his teammates just lost because he's a prick because he didn't play in the game, and then they go, "You can play with us," and then the coach is like, he's the only one cheering for Kenny, and his teammates are kind of like, "Ah, we'll cheer for him too. Let's go, Kenny." And then Kenny kind of looks over like, "Oh, now you give a shit about me, blokes." And I was like, "This is so stupid. I'm gonna go watch Bull Durham," and I don't even like that movie. Like so. Anyway, beautiful game is a beautiful.
I'm
piece
gonna
of
have
crap.
to watch this, and I'll decide who's telling the truth.
Yep. Well, everything I told you is true except for the part about the midget that got raped in the shower. So
I don't know.
But anyway, homeless soccer. It's a real thing. They have a World Cup. It's happening in August in Norway. And
This August?
But I
This-
didn't
This
tell you
August.
what. I didn't tell you the bad news. Okay, so the director called me, and this is serious.
The director of where you're gonna work?
Yes. Okay. So she called me. And she's like, "Do you want to do this?" And so she's like, "I'm telling her about like my bipolar disorder and like everything that I've been through in the last few years, my weight gain, all this stuff, right?" And she's like, "We're gonna get you a passport. Now I have to know: do you owe the government money? Do you have any child support? Do you have any felonies? Do you have any?" This is like, "No, I have none of that." Right? 2 days later,
Well, you
2 days
lied
fucking
already.
later, my old job. Because I used to work for the state. I'm not gonna say which department, but I used to work for the state. They fucking come back to me and be like, 3 years ago, you were on disability and you didn't pay your healthcare premiums, and you're supposed to do that. Even though no one fucking told you that, you're still supposed to do that, and we can come back and collect that from you, and it doesn't fucking matter if we didn't do our job, and now you owe that to us.
All right. Well, homeless soccer is probably the fastest growing sport amongst homeless people.
Are you just saying that?
I mean,
It's the only sport amongst homeless people.
Well,
I doubt it. I don't think
no,
so. I don't think
also,
so.
There's also running away. There's also is begging.
Don't get me fired. Don't get me fired.
Tent pitching.
Seriously, can we change the topic? I watched
You know what?
Pee-wee.
you know
I
what?
watched
I
Pee-wee.
really like that idea.
I watched
the idea.
Pee-wee.
You know how you go to Home Depot for like people to help you like build stuff? Like, can you pick up a homeless person to go camping? Just put my tent up for him, but then I'll drop you back off in town. And then just like, and throw them a couple bucks. You know?
Yo, where's the best place to put it? Just take a look. Which is the best place to put it?
You know how fast those people? Oh man, they're so fast. You know what though? The bad part is they're so fast. By the time we turn around, all the shit's in the tent. Oh fuck!
I hear my spaghetti boiling.
You hear it boiling?
Yes.
Oh my god, oh, that's good. At least you know how to cook. Go work at like old spaghetti factory. Anyway,
Oh, God.
Don't turn your back because you'll be running away with a shopping cart full of your shit.
not even that. Where the fuck did shopping cart come from? Anyway, let's not talk bad about homeless people because they're unfortunate in life. We don't know how they became homeless. They could be a drug problem. Could be
They could have been born with a fucked up problem. They could have been born homeless.
They could have been.
They could have been born in jail.
They could have been born in. They could have
Born homeless. I've never seen a baby on the street.
You don't know because they were probably born actually in the hospital, but their mom could have been homeless at the time.
There's a lot of ways you become
I
homeless.
guess CPS would get involved with that.
But I think
don't know?
the number one reason people go homeless is some type of abuse when it comes to drugs or alcohol. And then
Or mental illness.
Time out. And then it leads to the other problems in their life. And it destroys their life. And now they can't get a job. They can't, blah, blah. Like even mental illness can come from using drugs and alcohol. So the point of this story is say no to drugs. There you go.
Or just
Say
certain
no to
kinds of drugs.
No, all drugs. All drugs.
Well, what's your definition of a drug? We're going to do the Jordan Peterson thing and say, what's your definition of a drug?
definition of a drug is something that you can't
Addictive.
Okay, because LSD is not addictive. And food can be addictive. Shopping can be addictive.
Time out,
Gambling
time
can be
out, time out.
addictive.
We're talking
out.
drugs. Settle
We're
down.
talking drugs. We're talking drugs. Relax, okay? A lot of things can be
Is
addictive.
weed a drug?
Exercise, yes, it is. Exercise can
Yes.
be a drug.
What about prescription drugs?
Yes.
Yes, those are
But
drugs.
those are legal.
Opioids.
But-
Opioids.
But the difference is you're giving them for a purpose, not to abuse them.
But they're still illegal.
If you go buy meth, crank,
They're
coke,
illegal if you buy
blah,
it
blah,
from me.
blah.
I have the prescription. I tell it to you. That's illegal.
Yeah, but okay, look. Okay, so I know this guy's taking, I've talked about this before. I know
I
this
know
guy is
who,
taking
what?
TRT, and I am like, bro, you don't need that. It literally says on your labs that you're average. And he's like, yeah, but my doctor still prescribed. I was like, yeah, because he's trying to make money.
Right.
Okay.
Like
then-
the fucking
okay.
healthcare guy just got fucking murdered back in December because he's a fucking
He's not a
joke.
doctor. He's not a doctor though.
But I'm saying they push money, not real healthcare.
Yeah, that's how the business works. What am I
So
gonna tell you?
I mean, so I'm just saying that doesn't
Anyway,
just become,
drugs are stuff you buy that you need because you're a fiend for it. Okay, those are the type of drugs I'm talking about. Some shit you fiend for, shit that you feel like you can't live without, and you don't necessarily need it.
love.
Oh my God, no.
Love is
No.
the greatest drug of all, Marie.
There you go.
No.
Greatest
Oh
drug
my
of all.
God.
But it won't make you homeless. Oh, wait,
It could.
It
It could
Drain,
make you
dra-
homeless.
drain your
It
bank
could
accounts.
Could make you
Yes.
homeless.
Ruin your credit.
Could make you
Give you
homeless. That is
STDs?
true.
Make you pregnant.
But those things don't make you homeless though. Those
That's
other
not
things.
necessarily love. getting
No, that's
someone
not
pregnant.
love. No.
See, we didn't define that. We didn't define that, so I don't know.
Man, at this point, you're making me not trust homeless people. Okay. All right. I had a guy come up to me today. He's like, "You got any money?" I was like, "Yeah, I got like $1.50 in my car. I'll give it to you." Oh, I want $5. Wanting and what I have is two different things. I said, "What do you want?" I was walking outside of a 7-Eleven. I said, "I'll buy you something." No, actually, I want to get someone from across the street at Desperado Tacos. I need like $5. And I was,
You know-
and then I thought to myself, maybe I'll just go with him to Desperado Tacos. I'll just buy him.
Buy
But
him a taco.
he didn't want that. He wanted the $5, and I was like, "Look, man, here's $1.50. Here, that's all I got on me. I mean, I offered you 7-Eleven or whatever you wanted, pizza, hot dog, taquitos, or whatever the fuck you wanted. But when I said I'll go across you with you Desperados, he was like, "No, I want the $5." I don't know what, bro. You know what? You seem like you'd be a good forward. Come with me.
You know what? That's
First
happened
thought.
to me a few times.
First, I
Look,
want to see homeless now.
there's been a few
I measure
people-
them up. I scout them.
there's been a few people like, can you buy me this specific thing? And it's like a cereal or a milk. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll go get you a cereal or milk. But there was one guy and he was like, hey, can you buy me like this or that? I was like, I got food stamps. I can't buy you nothing that's like this or that. And first of all, no, like, no, you're a grown ass man. I mean, not to like dismiss the fact that you're homeless, but like, I got food stamps. He's like, well, can you buy me a coffee? And I was like, I guess he's like, I'm going to come with you. I was like, no. And then so he tried to follow me in the store, even though I told him no. And the security guard chased him out because I think he was already trying to harass me, but other people, but it's because like they wanted to follow you. He wanted to follow me so he could try to convince me to buy him something else. I'm like, bro, I don't even have cash. I told you I got food stamps. How am I going to buy you alcohol? Like, bro,
I can't.
like I
you know what?
cannot.
I can't do this because it's like, you know, you're hating your own kind. So
Me?
it's kinda hard. Yeah.
How
So
am
I just
I know.
can't.
I
What
said
if
I
he's
was
your
going to buy the
next
kid
coach?
cereal.
What if he's your next coach?
Yeah,
up.
You never know. He could be the trainer. I don't know.
I hate you. I hate you, and you guys are my podcast bros.
And you know what's funny is it's like 3-on-3 on the field. There's no real positions, you know. So they're all the same
There's a
position.
keeper. You
They're
know
all
the keeper
chicken-
But
can't
do
leave
they-
the box. No one
They're
can
all-
go
at
in the
all?
box, and the keeper cannot leave the box.
Well, the fucking field is as small as like
It's the size of a tennis court.
It's super small, like a not even. Is it a tennis court? Or is it like more like a pickleball court? That's how
And
small it looks.
and one person has to like on your team has to be on the offensive side at all times. It doesn't
Well,
matter who, but it has to be one person.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's who cares anyway? It's whatever. Anyway, Pee Wee Herman. We all watched the documentary about Pee Wee Herman.
I have to admit something first.
Fuck.
Here we go.
Here
I
we go.
didn't get to watch the last part of it because my computer died. But I gave
Okay.
it a
Fair
valiant
enough.
effort.
But you saw part one.
There's a part 2?
Oh my
Oh
God.
fuck! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I got to
That's-
the part where the captain and
you
the
know
girls
best
get
part
together.
is I told you the best
that's
part
the part.
is the best part about this is the fact that we're probably one of the very few podcasts that have a homeless co-host
How am I supposed to watch anything if I ain't got TV?
that lives in a home. That's the best part. I'm homeless. I'm in my bedroom right now. You know how you homeless?
I'm couch surfing
I mean, it's
permanently.
It's unbelievable. If I lived like at my parents' house, I wouldn't tell anybody I was homeless. I would just say, yeah, I live at my parents' house. I mean, that's the situation I'm in. I live at my parents' house. Anyway, whatever. So you didn't really watch it at all, really?
I did.
So, no.
What part did you get to? You say?
What part did you get
I
to?
said I got to the part where Pee Wee wants to fly, so he has a wish, and he spends his
that's
wish.
when they did the stage show.
So you got to the stage show. That's it. You got to the Groundling stage show, the midnight stage show, Pee Wee Herman show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Which was like an hour and some change in.
Yeah, you got so much left. Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Anyway,
well,
I think
I thought it was on HBO, not the fucking computer.
it is on HBO. Yeah.
But how come I couldn't find it? I got
There's no way you could miss
HBO.
it. There's no way you could miss it.
Yeah, you can't
They're
miss it.
advertising the
It
heck
was
out
like
of it.
right on the first page, and if you just looked
Yeah,
up Pee Wee,
Pee
it
Wee
popped up.
I
himself.
did. There was
Called
like
Pee
Pee
Wee
Wee's
himself.
Playhouse. There's like Pee Wee's some other
No,
shit. There's
no,
Pee Wee's
no,
shrimp and
no.
tacos, shrimp soup, shrimp
The
salad.
only Pee Wee on HBO is Pee Wee's Big Adventure, along
There's
with
a
the
bunch of Pee Wees
documentary.
on there. There's
No.
many Pee Wee.
No,
No, Pee Wee's Playhouse is on there.
Is it on? Wait, they have the whole show on there?
Yeah.
I used to
Mhm.
watch that show. Anyway, it's called
He
Pee Wee.
even said on there that his show was picked up by HBO.
It's called Pee Wee as himself.
Oh.
It's a documentary that Paul Reubens actually participates in.
He made
Begrudgingly.
it himself. It's an auto documentary.
No, it doesn't make it. He didn't make it himself.
No,
Didn't make it
Max.
That's what he said,
What's his
didn't he?
name?
No,
he
an
said
actual
he wanted to,
documentarian.
or he should have.
And basically, he like Carlos said, he didn't necessarily want to make it. He was talking to making it. He wanted to control the whole thing, which wouldn't have been good. But I tell you what, very fascinating. I didn't know a lot of things about him. Like how he started the whole Pee Wee thing. I actually thought he started Pee Wee as a stand-up comedian, but no, I was wrong. And just how, he was like one of the biggest things in pop culture. We all know how it ended, with Pee Wee. But I don't know. What's your takeaway from this? Pee Wee as himself on HBO, and I highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the '80s pop culture and how Pee Wee was a part of it. Go ahead, tell me what you got out of Pee Wee.
Well, what I saw was kind of a tortured man. He kind of gave up everything to pursue his career as an alter ego, not even as himself. Because even after the success of Pee Wee's Big Adventure, he had mentioned how he co-wrote it, but nobody gave him any credit for it because nobody knew who he was. They just knew Pee Wee. They didn't know Paul Reubens. So he was kind of, because when he said he had to go back into the closet in order to become Pee Wee, but it looks like he was in the closet the whole time, not just his sexuality, but also as himself, as Paul. So it wasn't until he got busted in Sarasota that people started, finding out that Pee Wee was Paul Reubens. So he was kind of a tortured soul his whole career, I think. I mean, it's a great documentary. It digs into a lot of his background and his history. It's unfortunate that he had passed away before they finished the whole thing, but good stuff. I enjoyed it.
And there wasn't much else to add to it though before he passed away. I mean, and he kind of the very last bit, he recorded himself.
Yeah.
Like he gave us, that was really like revealing of his like he felt like he was labeled a pedophile, and that just like doomed him for the rest of his life, his psyche.
Well, that whole thing was just clearly a witch hunt.
Big time.
Big
time. Oh man.
Somebody turned him in. Because he used to hang out with Jeffrey Jones, and Jeffrey Jones is he's the you'd know him as the principal from Ferris Bueller or the father from Beetlejuice, Winona Ryder's father.
The
But
redhead?
he was busted for child pornography.
Well,
Yep,
I mean, why are you hanging out with that guy?
So somebody ratted out Pee Wee, but really had no proof, and he had a collection of vintage gay porn.
That's
But
not bad.
nobody was underage in any of the photos.
Right.
So he had to, what is it? Yeah, I think he no contest, right? Pleaded no contest to
Yeah,
it.
and it was like, what do you
But he
like?
still had to register as a sex offender, which was I would
But
never.
he did it in public.
No. We're talking about the other thing where
What?
his collection of vintage
Oh no,
porn.
Oh.
she doesn't know because she didn't watch it. So,
Oh,
My bad.
but yeah, so he basically got busted. Basically, somebody ratted him out for no reason. I don't know if it
When?
was jealousy. It's later in life,
Like
and
when later in life? Like
well,
the
he probably
90s,
was
right?
in his no, I think it was past that. But I think he must have been in his late 40s, maybe early, yeah, maybe late
like
40s.
before or after he did blow?
Oh, after.
Oh,
After
okay.
blow.
Yeah. Anywho, he was on his upswing because of those movies he was doing. He did quite a few movies. People are like, oh yeah, Paul, oh he's
Yeah.
great. He was in Batman Returns or whatever, and a bunch of movies. Anywho, um, yeah. So the new L.A. attorney decided I'm gonna make a mark. I'm gonna be like that guy that busts celebrity pedophiles, and he went after Paul Reubens because of one magazine cover of a guy basically in a Speedo that was
That
over
looked,
18 years old, but he
yeah.
looked like he could have been 16 or something like
And this
that. That's
happened in
it.
2001.
But he
That's
probably had it for that long, right?
Well, no, here's the thing. Pee Wee had a crazy collection of just stuff
Everything.
that he
Yeah.
never even knew he had. Like just like because he just collected shit. He would buy like shit. Like he'd buy like, hey, buy like those
Like
magazines.
lots. He'd buy a lot.
He'd buy lots. Yeah, he'd
And
buy
he'd
stuff.
bring it to his house or storage. He never even looked at
He'd
it.
never
He just
look
knew
at
he
it.
had it.
Yeah, and he'd be like, I got so much shit I don't even know I have, and that was part of it. They literally just went through all this shit and found one thing that they could say, "Oh, you're a pedophile." I'm like, he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? It's my personal collection that I didn't even know I fucking had." And his plea deal was basically no contest, but he had to registered as a sex offender,
Register.
pedophile. And I'm like, that's so stupid. You know what? He should have said, "Fuck you." Like I'm not guilty, and prove that I'm a pedophile or sex offender. Like, prove it.
Yeah, because no one ever came out and accused him of anything.
Nobody,
Like no
ever.
child, no one.
No.
No
Well,
one.
then why
No
didn't
one.
he?
Bad
He's-
attorneys, man.
He had bad attorneys, and I think he just didn't want to deal with it. I think,
But
he
not
just
only
didn't.
that, I think it's because a gay man in Hollywood, they didn't give a shit. They're gonna bury you.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in 2001, yeah, absolutely. Back early 2000s. Oh yeah.
Like it's true though. He tortured himself because he was so caught up in being famous as Pee Wee, and then when Pee Wee failed, he didn't know what to do with himself.
Did Pee Wee
Um,
fail?
Well,
Pee Wee didn't fail. Pee Wee was a
fail. Pee Wee
multimillionaire.
was great. Pee Wee though, when he got busted masturbating in Florida, CBS pulled it off the air right away. Oh, we don't want that because kids this. I'm like, first of all, kids don't know. Kids don't watch Pee Wee and think, oh man, that's the guy that got caught in the adult movie theater. Number one,
Pee
jerking
Wee's
off.
like the original Blue's Clues.
I guess you could say that, but fucking soup, much weirder.
The what?
But
What?
Blues Clues. He said Blues.
What
Clues.
about him?
He's
The original Blues Clues.
What about it? Oh, he's the original Blue's Clues. Oh.
But if you
Yeah.
watch Pee Wee,
Steve.
Pee Wee will tell you who the original version of him is, which
It's
you
like
probably saw because you watched the first
like Captain
hour.
Peter or some shit like that.
Yeah, there you go, Captain Kangaroo. Yes. So anyway,
Anyway,
it's a really good documentary. It's fascinating to learn about his life and how he just kind of, like I said, he kind of just he was a hermit in a sense, you know.
metaphorically,
He died of
like in the
he died of
prison.
cancer, without really nobody knowing. And yeah, it was kind of sad. I'll be honest, it was kind of sad because he did make a comeback. He shot a Netflix movie, Pee Wee, which is really good.
In 2016, a year
2016.
before he started battling lung cancer.
Yeah,
Why
and
did he smoke?
He smoked. He was a smoker.
yeah, he was a smoker. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, man, he's a very interesting individual. It's very private. Kind of surprised he even did this, but yeah, check it out. It's called Pee Wee as Himself on HBO. Yeah, it's a really good watch. It's I think people like that are really fascinating because he wanted to be Pee Wee. He didn't want to be Paul Reubens. He wanted to be Pee Wee.
Yeah, I had no idea he was best friends with Phil Hartman for a while.
Yeah, him and Phil Hartman were best friends. Phil Hartman actually
in the
helped him.
Groundlings.
Yeah, help him. Oh well, you see, Phil Hartman was jealous of him.
Yeah, see the interview with Howard. Howard was totally leading him. If
It was
Howard was
Howard.
in
It was
court,
Howard.
he's like, dude, you're leading the witness. Let's settle down with that, you know?
Oh, but Phil Hartman was all pissy because he
Oh,
felt
he
like
was.
he should have got credit for helping create Pee Wee. I'm like, first of all, Pee Wee was created clearly by Paul Reubens.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and yeah, you helped him create the overall concept of characters, but not just you. I mean, other people did too. But anyway, again, watch it. I thought Pee Wee was a weird show when I watched it as a kid. I mean, I watched it a lot, but I thought it was
But
weird as shit.
What? It was on CBS? I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, on
it was on
CBS. Yeah.
But it turns out Phil Hartman actually had, and some of the other actors, the one who played the genie and Missy Vaughn, they all had
Yeah. Like a
a
producer credit or
contract.
something.
No. They had a contract of if anything happens with the show or whatever happens with Pee Wee that stemmed from the stage show, they were to get 3%
Oh,
of whatever. But I guess they never got paid, or at
But
least Phil didn't.
Phil's the only
according
one,
to-
really.
Well,
yeah.
he died.
Well, the other ones were on the show, so I'm gonna
Other
guess
ones
they
were
got
on the
paid.
show. Yeah, they were on the show. Yeah, they were on the show.
Yeah.
And they
then
never got paid too.
Of course they got
and
paid.
just
They were on the
Phil
TV show.
Hartman- And I'm surprised Phil Hartman went as far as he did, like from the Groundlings to SNL, because I never thought he was funny. I never thought Phil.
I never
I
thought it
didn't
was
think he was
funny
funny
either.
at all.
Didn't you guys say this last week?
Maybe, possibly. All I know is I don't know if he told his wife a bad joke, but something went wrong. But
He was cheating on her.
no, I know that. I'm just trying to make
But
it
Was
she
he
like
shot him
really?
in the
I
head.
thought she was
She
psycho.
shot him in the head.
No,
She
she
shot
found
herself.
like messages or something like that on the phone or some
I
bullshit.
thought she was like psycho. I mean, like legit. I thought she was having having a psychopathic episode.
Yes, a taco ballistic episode is true. Yes,
She was having a taco episode.
a taco episode. Yeah, tacos. Anyway, so watch it. It's good. I know it's. I'll be honest. For a documentary, I just give it a 5 because I was very intrigued the whole time. It was pretty good. Anyway, in movies this week, if you plan on going to the movies, you can go watch Dogma as it gets back into the
They're
theaters
re-releasing it.
Like the Kevin Smith movie?
for the 25th anniversary celebration. Dogma. Also, you can go watch the movie The Ritual, which is a horror movie starring Al Pacino as he plays an exorcist. Or you can watch Ballerina, a John Wick story.
Oh yeah.
Those are your
Yeah.
options.
Anna
Those are
de
your
Armas.
options. Yeah, and if you don't want to watch any of those, then just go watch
Lilo and Stitch. Still number
Lilo
one.
and Stitch, Minecraft, Mission Impossible, yada yada ding dong all day long. So there you go. There you go. Thunderbolts still in theaters, just in case you missed it.
Sinners still in theaters.
Sinners still in theaters. So there you go. There
I played
you
a new
go.
video game again.
Oh, congratulations!
What do you got?
I played
No,
the
it's-
Mad Max video game.
So I thought you said new video game.
That's
Well, it's
old.
not a new video game, but it's a new video game to me.
Hey, it's pretty old, yeah.
It was only $5.
Pretty. Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, it is cheap. That is true.
I
It's a
didn't
good
finish
game.
it actually.
It's a good game. It's it's not bad. It's not a bad.
It's
game.
boring. You do this. It's one of those things. You do the same
It's
thing over and
repetitive.
over and over and over.
It's
and over.
repetitive.
Super
Yeah,
repetitive.
That's why I stopped playing it. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
After I think I probably got 10 hours in, and I was
I
like, man,
got
this is
about
the same
2
shit
or 3
over and
hours
over.
I got
I'm
about
like,
2
yeah.
hours in.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope. I'm not looking
Well,
for parts.
not
I'm
bad,
not
but
going back and
it's
forth.
repetitive.
It's just very repetitive. They could have done better with it for sure.
For an IP, it's not too bad.
For sure. Okay. Well, there you go. There.
What the fuck?
What's wrong now? Huh?
What just
Spaghetti.
happened?
The spaghetti's
happened
all
with
over the
what?
floor.
There you go. Well, fantastic. Hey, who likes Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune? Anybody? Well, CBS.
I watch Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Oh, what is that on?
It's on Peacock with
Okay.
what's the name?
Oh, what's the name from
Scarlett
from-
Johansson's husband.
Yeah, Colin
He's
Jost.
the host. Colin Jost. Yeah.
Colin Jost. There you go. Well, CBS will still retain the rights to Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. There you go. And who do you think is the best Wheel of Fortune host? Huh?
Pat Sajak is the only host that I know of.
What? What do you mean, Pat Sajak? I mean, not Wheel of Fortune. My mistake. I'm talking about Family Feud. Family Feud.
Oh,
Who do you think is the best Family Feud host?
I'm gonna go with
I'll give you a
Steve
list.
Harvey.
All right. You got Richard Dawson, of course,
Yeah,
the
the
original.
original. Yeah,
You got Ray Combs, who I always liked.
Rick Holmes killed himself.
Yeah, Louis Anderson.
I remember Louis. Yep.
Yeah. Did you know that Richard
From
Karn
Home
was a
Improvement.
host?
Yep.
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 John O'Hurley. He did a
Oh,
year.
really? Oh, he was for a small bit. Yes.
Yep. Yep. And of course, Steve Harvey. There you go.
Well, I like Richard Dawson because he got away with a lot of stuff. He was
He
kissing
did.
women and
He
all kinds
did.
of stuff. But then I like Steve Harvey because he's funny.
Steve Harvey's good
picks on him
though.
a lot.
Steve
Yeah.
Harvey, yeah, he does. He picks on people a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good. But a game show is the type of thing you turn on anytime because you'll never catch a rerun. There's a good chance you'll never catch a rerun. You just turn on a game show and it seems it'll
Well, it
be
don't
new
matter
to you.
to you. It could be a rerun to you. You don't know because you don't watch them regularly.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's like everything's new to you because there's so many episodes of these things. You probably never catch a fucking rerun of. That's why there's a game show network because fuck, you can just turn that shit on, something you've never seen before. So anyway, there's a new movie on HBO called Mountainhead. It's a comedy drama from the writer and creator of Succession, starring Steve Carell, Jason Schwartzman, and some other fellas. So you go check that out. I don't know about you, but Steve Carell, I feel like his shine is gone now. It's all gone.
Yeah, because they pushed his comedy on Netflix and it was horrible. 4 seasons. It's trash.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, 4 seasons was not good. You are correct on that. And also, Disney is going to let go of a lot of people again. So you can't work at Disney, Marie, because they are eliminating a total of 7,000 people.
Why?
Not from the park, but from the production company.
Why?
Well, I should say
movies aren't doing well.
Since 2023, they've released 7,000 people. That's a good way to put it.
7,000 people.
Yeah,
7K.
7,000.
And they're going to release more.
Yeah,
they are because their streaming service and their movies are not doing them any good. They are actually losing them a ton of money. And also, they're thinking about getting rid of Disney Plus and just selling their rights to like streaming to other, to like HBO and Netflix because it's killing them. It's absolutely killing them to keep that going. They're spending way too much money.
Why? How?
And why they get so many deals just now, like the Coco Melon deal?
Because they spend like, let's say on a Marvel TV show, they'll spend like $200 million on the TV show.
Oh, that's on them.
That's what I mean. That's on them. Exactly. And when
okay. I see. I thought I was like, can't you just have the streaming service and have all your old Disney favorites up there and just pay nothing? Or like them just have
They started as though.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
But you understand when you have all that stuff on there, it doesn't make you any new revenue.
Yeah.
Right.
Who cares?
No one's coming in.
Who cares? If
Once
I'm
you have
paying
your subscribers.
If I'm paying for Disney Plus,
isn't it just residuals though?
Yeah, but if, like Lafayette said, if he buys Disney Plus and he watches everything, there's nothing new coming in. Why bother hanging on to it?
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh,
you got it.
Yeah.
You got it now.
Yeah,
okay.
but I mean, I guess
sure.
I would have. I don't know. I'm not like a movie person or like a production person or like a money person or a person, but I would have figured like if you put out so much Marvel crap.
I just hung up on that person. What the fuck? Anyway.
I'm just saying, like, if you put out so much crap and Marvel crap, like, it's over too much stuff.
It's not about that. It's not about that. What would make you sign up for a subscription service? Well, like name something, like anything. It could be like a soccer, like, I don't know, whatever. What would make you sign up for something? What's the main reason?
Okay, so I thought, okay, let's compare it to soccer. I don't understand why I continue to play soccer because it's always the same people. It's always the same teams. Maybe we might switch teams. Maybe people come and go. They have kids. They move. They grow up. They have families. Maybe some people will come and go or will get introduced to new people or they'll leave forever. But it's usually the same teams over and over. Let's say Friday night at Soccer World. It's always the same teams over and over and over. And maybe and it's always the same winners every season, right? It's
so
one of these things, but I still do it all the time, and I'm still always paying. So why? I don't know.
How does Soccer World now make new revenue, not the same old customers over and over? No.
We pay.
No.
You're not listening. I'm trying to tell you.
You are the same customer though over and over. They can count on you. How do they get new customers? That's what Disney's problem is. They're not getting new customers to come in to watch their crap. So they're spending a ton of money to make crap, but not getting enough customers to cover the crap they're spending. That's what's the problem. So that's same as Soccer World. How does Soccer World get new people to
They
come
don't
in?
need it.
Because every business
Well, it's
needs
different
new.
because
Every
because
business
Soccer
needs new.
World sells beer and has a grill. So
Time out, time out. It doesn't matter. Every company, no matter who they are, wants new revenue. They want a new stream of revenue, no matter who they are. I'm just letting you know that if Soccer World goes and builds a new bar and gets these fancy arcades and blah, they need new revenue
okay,
to
how
pay
about
for that
they
shit.
did change up their paying system. They changed, so they used to do just you pay per team like $800.
I don't care about Soccer
You're
World
not
so much.
listening to
You
me.
say- I don't think you don't understand the
Then why'd you
correlation.
ask me?
You're not understand the correlation, and that's okay. It's not about Soccer World. It's about new revenue.
I'm sure they want more. They want new customers. I'm sure they want new customers, but it's okay. It's not set up to be like that. It's because there's a waiting list to get into have new teams anyway. So a new
Okay.
team
All
can't
right.
just sign up.
You know
There's a
what?
waiting
That's
list.
enough. That's enough about soccer. God damn it! All you know is soccer, and typically homeless ones.
You're right. I don't watch TV.
Anyway, whatever. Anything else? Anybody have anything else? Anybody?
Yeah. Murray,
go
how do you
ahead.
feel about Pride Month?
I forgot about it.
Ah,
I forgot.
I think so did Jojo Siwa. She was
Well, she's no longer gay.
no, June 1st, she went straight and
Yeah,
posted it.
Well, no, but she's had a boyfriend for I don't know how many months now. Yeah.
Yeah, they met during that Big Brother UK, Big Brother or something like that.
I mean, she been like super duper gay pride forever and ever. And like, I'll do anything only for the gays and the trans.
Well, yeah,
And
you
there's
remember
just-
the movie she was in, and after she filmed her part, got paid, the movie was getting ready to come out. She made a big deal and wanted her part cut of the scene where she kissed a guy.
Yeah.
She was lesbian, so
And
why am
she
I
goes,
being seen
yeah.
kissed a
So
guy?
then she goes on a reality show, Big Brother, and now all of a sudden she has a boyfriend. And she goes,
Yeah,
I got the gay screwed out of me. So is gay a real thing? Or is it just pretend?
I think you can learn about yourself.
No, I don't know. I can't accept that. I can't accept that.
Yeah,
think-
that's because I think you're gonna learn at some point that you're gay.
I think, you know what? I think men.
The jury's still out.
I think men are gay. I think
Yeah,
women do
true.
it because, they choose to be gay. That's all. How do you like that?
Whatever.
Good answer. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. Pride Month, no pride. I mean, the president
But,
said there's no such thing as Pride Month. So,
well, the thing is, it just gives fuel to those who say that it's a choice. and
That's just
not-
one person, though.
no,
Like, it's
one
not that
person
big a
is
deal.
every person. Anyway, whatever.
It's just one person, and guess what? She can be gay if she wants. She can be bi.
No,
she can discover that she's bi. And you know what's
Nope.
funny is that
Mm-mm.
lesbians will probably be mad about this because
No, of
they will
course,
not accept her back into the
absolutely.
lesbian community. They probably
Absolutely.
will not. They will not like that.
Who cares? I think that's so odd. Also, like the whole thing, like we lost a member. She's an outcast now. Like, who cares? Who
Bombs
cares?
over Baghdad.
So they tell me they only like this person because of her sexual orientation. That's it.
Who? Where?
Just in general, like when you say like that's how the community is.
It's community. It's
No,
like
I
I,
know,
think
it's so
I feel
weird.
like that's how a lot of communities are, regardless of whether you're like in the fat acceptance or the skinny or the like.
So
I'm
you
gonna
tell me
say
that-
certain races
So-
and
so
certain
I'm gonna-
like sexualities.
how about-
like certain
you-
gender conformities. Like I
you
feel
have-
like that's how it is with a lot of communities. It doesn't matter what community you are. Like if you leave the community, even Scientology and religion, if you leave the community, you're out for good.
No, but I'm gonna ask you about this one. The
Okay,
homeless.
okay.
The
Okay.
homeless. Go ahead. The homeless.
What about him?
If you leave the homeless community, are you out for good?
I don't know. I haven't been
Why
in
the
it
fuck
enough.
would you want to go
I
back?
haven't been in it enough. I'll let you know.
Yeah, and even the Downey community. Once you leave the Downey, well, no, they can't ever leave. They're stuck
Ooh.
for life.
What's a downy
Anyway.
community?
That's our show, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking the Pod. Anybody have anything else before we go? No, we're good.
Ray, didn't you have something you wanted to say last week? But you did. No.
I don't
Oh,
remember.
that's
No,
right.
I didn't write it down. I don't remember.
No, it's in the text. It's in the group text. That's right.
I don't remember. I'm
Also-
highly medicated. I can't remember from like minute to minute.
Also, another correction from last week. Marie mentioned a show called Finding Neverland, and I told her it's not about the playwright. It is about the playwright. Actually,
I thought you
created.
did say that.
No,
I
I
did
told
say
you.
that.
I
Yeah,
told you
yeah.
it was about the guy that wrote the play, but the guy that wrote that created Peter Pan, it is about him.
Oh, it
He
is
actually
about
wanted
him.
to be a playwright more than he wanted to be a like a novelist. He wanted his show to be a play. And Peter Pan actually has to do with his brother that died, and how his brother never got to grow up, and he kind of had like what do you call that, remorse, like you have
Survivor's remorse.
like survivor's remorse type of thing, and he felt like he wished he could be with his brother forever, like in Neverland, like as as young kids, and he had like
So
that
you're admitting that
depression.
you're a liar. You
This is-
are a
There's
fucking
difference
liar,
between-
Lafayette.
there's difference between liars and
You're a
and
liar. Just admit
facts,
it.
okay?
Everyone here heard it.
Look,
Liars.
I
and-
may be,
Lafayette's
you know what?
a liar.
I may be a liar.
Liar.
I may be a liar, but you know what I'm not? You know what I'm not? Homeless. Anyway, boom, touche.
What-
Anyway, I'm trying to think about what it was last week, but now
It was
Oh,
overtime.
I think it was in the other text
Overtime.
message. Oh.
it was about the
It was about
overtime and the tips, and about
overtime.
she was like, that's just the way for them to get free work out of
Oh yeah, it's just a segue to get less labor laws.
Listen,
To like to make the labor laws less lax. They're like, oh yeah, you want to we're getting more excited to work more overtime. It just means that we're gonna have less labor laws and more capitalism and more, less regulation on child labor
but also
laws.
listen,
And
it's like anything else. You want to work overtime? That's your choice.
yeah,
that's
but some companies require it. They they're kind of assholes about it. They
Well,
make
some companies will.
and it's not going to be
put
called
you-
overtime anymore. It's going to be called regular work.
No, because you still can't break the
It's
40
not going to be called
hours.
40
Just
hours
can't be over
work.
40
It's going to
hours.
be
You still
You can't break the 40 hours still. That's
Until
yeah,
what?
anything over
What do you
40
mean break
hours
the
in the
40
state of
hours?
California.
You can't work over
is
40 hours in the state of
overtime.
California. Yeah, anything over 40 hours, it was overtime. Anything.
But people do.
yeah,
And
it's
that's
called overtime.
Oh
Yeah, it's
well,
called overtime.
what's okay? So we're using another word for it, but we're still getting paid the same amount. Big deal.
You're not getting paid the same amount. Who do you work for?
Getting paid more.
Overtime, you get like time and a half.
Time and a
What do
Oh,
half.
it's been so long since I've worked overtime.
Oh, yeah, because you're homeless. Go kick a soccer ball in the street, you homie.
You're just mad because I'm better than you, bitch.
You're not better than me. You know why?
Why?
You wanna know why? Because
Why? And
you're
you're a
woman.
liar. And you're a liar.
You're a
You're
woman.
bitch.
Hello, I'm homeless, mate. Can
Why?
I put on your
He doesn't even
team?
know what he's talking about. He's a liar. Every word that comes out of his mouth is a lie. Because I'm not even a
homeless,
woman
mate.
liar. I'm not even a woman
Wait,
liar.
you're
Did
not
you
a
say
woman?
You're
Wait, you're not a woman liar? I'm very
Bitch,
confused by
mic
everything.
drop. You didn't even know this whole time. This whole time, bitch.
What, that you're not a woman?
Goodbye.
Yeah, you know what? You probably do need some medication. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to Nerds Talking the Podcast. This is a show about entertainment, but
We bring the entertainment.
Oh my goodness! Thanks for tuning in, Laura. If you're listening, please help. With Nerds Talking the Podcast for Marie, for Carlos.
Bye-bye.
And now enjoy this song. That's probably gonna, I don't know, knock your socks off, or is it
Blow your
socks off?
mind.
Or
It's gonna blow your mind so hard it's gonna put your socks back on.
there you go. Catch you next week.
My baby want a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. Oh, 1, here comes a 2 to 2 to 3, 2 to 4. Tell them bring another round, we need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my good lord, someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Ooh, yeah. I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my mind, forget. Oh Lord, I woke up drunk at 10 a.m. We gon' do this to the floor when it's last call, and they kick us out the door. It's getting kinda late, but the ladies want some more. Oh my good Lord, someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. Way back, there's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. Double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history.